Hey, this is Justin Sinnard with Sinnard Technologies, and today I'm coming at you with a video. This is for MudBlazor and getting started with MudBlazor for one of your projects. And essentially, what MudBlazor is a component library that helps you build nice looking user interface items relatively quickly by using their component library, essentially. In this video, we'll go ahead and get your layout set up and get everything going and kind of explain to you what's going on as we move through the videos. Be sure to like and subscribe to this uh, channel if you want to see more videos, as I'll be making more videos about MudBlazor as I move along. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started here, and we will switch to a different screen. And this is my copy here as I went through the layouts. What we're going to want to do first is, let me pull up the MudBlazor website here. And the first thing you're going to want to do is, we have a couple things we can do at MudBlazor. Is we can install templates, which I already have this installed, but if you don't have these installed, essentially what you do is you just come in here. You can use command prompt, or you can use PowerShell if you wanted to. And essentially all you have to do is, once you have this open, if you want to copy this and paste this in here. And what this is going to do is it's going to install, yes, it's yelling at me because I already have this installed, but yours should install the component library, it's our component library templates onto your machine. So once you have that done and ran, if you have to, you can pause the video here if it's still running. We'll go ahead and show you how to do a new project with that template. So essentially, after you have that installed, what you're going to want to do is you're going to come into Visual Studio. We're going to open her up. Bring this over here quick for you. We're going to create a new project. And mine's going to show right away on the side here as recent projects. I worked with this already. But if you don't see the MudBlazor web app, you can simply come up here and go MudBlazor. And it'll pop up here, and you select that one as your option. And this is a template to get started quickly. I'm going to go ahead and change my folder, because I don't want to put it in there really. I'm just going to throw this in docs, repos. I'm going to go next. And then you're going to come in here, you're going to pick your framework. Generally, you want to go with like the newest long-term support one, which right now is .NET 8. No authentication, configure HTTPS, you want to keep that checked. And here's how you're gonna select your type of Blazor application you're going to use. You can use server or WebAssembly. I'm not here to teach about Blazor, but server side is where you have the SignalR connection to the server, and things are being processed on the server, whereas WebAssembly is completely separate from the server and running in the DOM. For this one, we're just going to go with server. And I'm going to hit create. And you're going to see like we have a lot of stuff that's already set up for us here. We're going to come inside here. And the structure is even different. Normally you'd have your pages and stuff like this, but all the pages are under components on this one. Make sure you can actually see what we're seeing. Yeah, it's not very clear, but you can see it. So we have components and we have layout items. And then I believe, if I remember correctly, if you're on WebAssembly, it's going to be, what is that? Not main layout, it's going to be like, I forget what it's called. I don't even really work with Blazor stuff. But yeah, Blazor server is going to be main layout. It's going to be something else entirely on Windows or Blazor WebAssembly. Yeah, let me see here. But if you click inside here on your main layout, like I said, it'll be named something different on WebAssembly. But if you work in WebAssembly, I'm sure you know the name of it. Just go ahead and click it, and inside here you're just going to see that we have a bunch of stuff already done for us, right? So it's already set up with Blazor. If you come into the main layout, you see this. Nav menu's already been set up here and started for you as is. And I know you probably don't know what any of these are yet, because like we haven't worked with it yet, but I'm gonna be going through that here in a second and kind of explaining what these all are as we set it up. So we have these pages and we have our custom pages already set. So let's go ahead and fire this up and you'll see what it looks like from the get-go. Go in here, let this run. And it'll take forever here. Alright, and this is what it's going to look like from the start. And you already have like a menu set up. It looks like they didn't add the button in to close this or open this. And it kind of gives you some instructions here, what you want to do. Depending on what you're working with. Then you have the standard counter, and you have the weather here. So this is just a quick way, if you're starting a new project, a brand new project, and you want a quick startup of, you know, a template, this is what you'd pick, pretty much. You'd have the template installed, you start your new app, you pick it, and then it's all ready to rock from the start. You don't have to modify it. But if you're doing a new project, or sorry, if you're modifying an already built project, is where we're going to get into next here on the getting started. So I'm going to close this one. And you're going to see here, we have a manual install setup guide. And I'm going to start a new project here without the template installed. And personally, sometimes I believe doing this like setup is probably better, just for the simple fact that the more times you do it, the more times you're going to know what everything is doing, because you have to manually install all this. So, but what you're going to want to do is you're going to fire up Visual Studio again here to follow along. And we're going to go ahead and hit Blazor Server app. We're going to hit next. And then you can call this MudBlazor Demo App. And I am actually going to move this to a different location myself. And we're going to go next. We're going to hit .NET 7. And we're going to hit create. So such that we have a blank project, just like we're starting on a brand new Blazor server project. And the first thing we want to do is we're actually going to come in here and we're going to install the MudBlazor package. And we're going to go here and we're going to search for MudBlazor. And we're going to install it here. Hit accept. And it should say uninstall when it finishes here. Alright, once it says uninstall, it's been installed. We can go ahead and close this. We're going to want to do a using statement here. We're going to come inside imports. And we're going to import at using MudBlazor. And if you're not sure what's going on here, this is basically just an imports, global imports sheet. Once you add a using statement here, it's actually going to be used throughout your project. So if you put it there, you don't have to worry about putting it anywhere else. It'll be throughout the whole project. Then once we have this done, we're going to want to go back into our main layout, or sorry, not main layout. We're going to go into our host file. And then inside here, we're going to want to add, make sure you can see this clearly here. Probably should zoom in a little, huh? Maybe move my head around. There we go. 150. 200. Alright, so you can kind of see this better now. But inside this head section, we're going to add some code. And this is going to be here. If you're not sure if you're following on the page, you're actually going to come in here on the installation guide, and you're going to copy these references. And we're actually going to put these just below here. And I like to mark what they are. What they are for. And then we also have a script here that we're going to want to add. So if you go down, we're going to actually go down into the body section here. Just before the Blazor script here gets started, we're going to add one more script. And that's also provided to you here at the installation guide on MudBlazor getting started. And we're going to take this script here. We're going to copy it. And we're going to paste it here. I'm also going to mark this as MudBlazor. And that's all the scripts it's going to use for MudBlazor. And then what we're going to do is remove Bootstrap. And personally, I still question this, if I want to do this or not. For the sake of following MudBlazor's instructions, because they have us coming through, they want us add the package, or having us add the using statements, the style sheets, and they have us add the scripts, and then they tell us here to remove the Bootstrap files, right? So I question, make sure you can still see this here, if that's the best route, because I'm not like I said, I don't work with this too much yet, and then maybe there's something I want to use. Maybe there would be something I want to still use for Bootstrap, and removing this kind of removes the options. I'm pretty sure in Bootstrap 2 you can do it by page. For the sake of this guide, I am going to say we're going to remove it. So essentially we're going to get rid of the Bootstrap min, and we're going to get rid of this style sheet here. Then we should have, we're still going to want to use icons. We're still going to want to use style sheet. And then we're going to come in root here. Can you even see that? I have it zoomed in pretty far. Oh yeah, you can see it. On root, we're going to come in, get rid of Bootstrap here. And then we're going to keep the site, that CS file, but we're going to get rid of everything that's inside here. Like I said, I don't know if this is the best choice to get rid of this, because you never know, you might want to use something from Bootstrap too, so maybe something's better, you like it better from Bootstrap. I'm not sure at this point if it would mess with something from Blazor. I doubt it, but there may be instances where something is named the same in the Bootstrap file and named the same in the MudBlazor files, that it may very well mess it up, and that's why they have to get rid of it. So we're just going to follow along and say let's get rid of the file at this point. Alright, so we remain in the install, we added imports, we added our scripts, we added, removed the Bootstrap files. Now we're going to have to add the instantiation of MudBlazor itself in the program.cs. Okay, Dell, sweet. Cool story. Alright, and then let's go in here. And we are going, we're going to get rid of this, because we're not really using it in our project. I don't know, I have to do this now because I did that. I'm going to get rid of this. Get rid of this. Okay. Then we're going to come in here and I'm going to say this is also for MudBlazor. We have to instantiate the service and build it at MudBlazor service. And if it doesn't see it, we're going to go ahead and Alt-Enter on this to get more options, and we're going to add the using MudBlazor services. And that is the MudBlazor service being added to the program.cs file. And this is the instructions they give you here. Like I said, if you try to follow along with the instructions, They want you to come inside here, register your services, and then add MudBlazor, right? All right. And then from here, we're going to go to main layout, and they want us to add these providers to the page. Am I on? No, this is a main layout. It's header. All right, so essentially what they want us to do is add these components here to your main layout page. And this brings us to the point of having the installation of MudBlazor itself installed. Once again, I'll leave a link to the installation instructions, I think, inside the description there. And you can come to this page, kind of read over yourself how to set everything up if you had forget, because obviously it's quite a few steps if you want to manually install it. Like I said, I prefer sometimes to manually install things just for the simple fact is you kind of know where everything is, where everything does. And the more you do it, the more you know it. I would say you can switch over to the other template, or switch to the templates as you know how to do this more and more. I think I'll just use the template in a new project the next time because I know what's kind of going on at this point. But that is how you get it installed, one through the template and one manually. Our next video we are going to make installing layouts and how that works and learn a bit more. So that should be it for the video for today. I would say if you like this video, please like and subscribe to this channel as I'm going to be making some more videos on MudBlazor. Also, if you look inside a link, there could be a buy me a coffee if you'd like to buy me a coffee for the help I bring. Please help me out there too. Otherwise, I'll leave a link to my main services page. I am a information technology company out of Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and if you ever need any IT support, I'll leave a link in the description for that. Also, you can kind of go and see what I offer. Other than that, you have a good day, and I will see you on the next video. All right, thanks. Bye.